Deathloop is one of the biggest upcoming next-generation games, and after more than 2 years of waiting, you can almost smell it in the air. While COVID-19 has played havoc with Deathloop's release date, we now know it's locked in for this year, and the hype has never been more accurate. So on the cusp of the game's release next month, let's look at everything we have seen so far and why you should be excited for this time-looping spy thriller. So, welcome back to the League of Gamers, the largest YouTube channel for gaming. In every video, we always bring something more entertaining for you. So if you want to be a part of the vast entertainment world, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Deathloop is currently set to release digitally on September 14th, 2021 for PlayStation 5 and Windows PC. It was initially aimed for a May 21 release, but the game was delayed to help ensure the health and safety of everyone at Arkane, while allowing for extra polish and refinement. If you are looking for the best price for Deathloop in Australia, you have got some options. Amazon has the best price for the PlayStation 5 version of the game at $78, but you can also grab it from either EB Games or JB Hi-Fi Games and price match, depending on your local store. The same goes for PC, but again, Amazon is the cheapest for buying Deathloop on PC, and both stores have it for $68. Given most of us may still be in lockdown during early September, Amazon may be the easiest and cheapest option overall. However, it's essential to note deliveries don't always arrive on time. But the question is Deathloop a PS5 exclusive? So Deathloop is in a quite awkward position. It was initially assumed to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive game, but it turns out it's a timed console exclusive. Basically, it will hit PS5 and PC on September 14th, and will be PlayStation 5 exclusive on the console until September 2022. After that, it'll release for Xbox users. But isn't Deathloop now a Microsoft game? It sure is, and tragically, Deathloop is in a bit of a weird spot because of it. This game was created and announced by Arkane Studios well before the Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda, so that the support exclusivity could be a bit of a sore point. Bethesda's investment reported that future games would likely be Xbox exclusive, but Deathloop got away from this by a few months. Thankfully, this won't affect the release. Bethesda recently confirmed Deathloop remains a planned PS5 exclusive, while the acquisition hasn't influenced day-to-day development. So for now, they'll continue to market the game as usual. Let's have a look at Deathloop's story. Deathloop is a smart first-person shooter following a man named Cole, who continuously wakes up on the same beach in Black Reef with the task of killing 8 people who maintain and control the time loop he's stuck in. If he falls flat, he wakes up in the loop and must complete the task over and over until he can escape. But it turns out Cole's task isn't as easy as that. Along the way, he'll face off against a rival professional killer named Juliana, who's determined to keep him stuck in the loop forever. As Cole, you will be tasked with exploring clues, finding loopholes, dispatching foes, and breaking the time loop again and again as you explore each inch of Black Reef and attempt to survive. Deathloop was announced way back in June 2019. Since then, we have gotten endless flashy trailers showing off the game's characters, its interesting retro world, and even scraps of spicy-looking gameplay. The first trailer introduced fans to rivals Juliana and Colt with a smooth CGI trailer, while later reels jump deep into how the time circle mechanics work and how you will be able to build on your hyper-assassin techniques. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel League of Gamers. And if we missed something important so far, tell us in the comments below. Now let's discuss Deathloop's gameplay. Deathloop is a first-person shooter in the same vein as Arkane's past hits, Dishonored and Prey, and like those titles, you'll need to depend on a tremendous array of weapons, aptitudes, and powerful abilities to survive. As you explore Deathloop's endless open world, which appears to be intensely motivated by a retro 70s aesthetic, you'll experience a variety of targets to kill Hitman style while trying to escape Juliana as she attempts to protect the time loop and prevent you from murdering off its guardians. Each loop you experience will procure new rewards, including extraordinary abilities and weapons to help you through the next round. The ultimate goal is to prevail over each challenge and effectively kill the team, breaking the time loop. Will you die in the attempt? Absolutely, but every death could be a learning experience and let you explore more of the game's world and open new secrets. Every time you die, the world will reset around you and Juliana, meaning you will have to develop new techniques, patterns, and traps to avoid her as she grows accustomed to your movements. Many people have a question in mind: does Deathloop have a co-op multiplayer? Not at all like most other Arkane properties, Deathloop does have a multiplayer game mode. Whereas you'll mostly be confronting off an AI version of Juliana during standard gameplay, you can also flip on the option to have other AI players control her. It means you can play as her to mess with other players along the way. This switcheroo can take place at any time throughout most campaigns, with players trying to overcome whatever traps Juliana AI or not has in store. It is a simple addition to the game, but it could prove to be a major challenge should you run into any exceptionally skilled players. On the other hand, it sounds like an incredible way to mess along with your fellow Deathloopers. Deathloop gives you the ability to play around however you need. As the player, you're presented with the flexibility to go about breaking the loop at your own pace and handle each mission in whatever order you want. Deathloop highlights clarify that you wouldn't be up against the clock as you try to take out your enemies. Instead, there are 4 periods of the day and 4 districts you can go to and explore at your leisure. Deathloop is about making your investigation, following the distinctive strings and leads at your leisure, at your own pace, and approaching the second to second as you want to. Deathloop makes sense of DualSense's features. As a PS5 exclusive, Deathloop will use DualSense's adaptive triggers to add to the immersive, action-packed experience. In addition, it offers more knowledge into Deathloop's weapon systems and how the DualSense will react to each weapon you use. Examples incorporate emulating gun jams as you reload by creating some resistance with the versatile triggers, to emitting sound from the controller speaker to warn you of the presence of a nearby mine. With Deathloop's energetic weapons, each weapon will feel special in your hands. From the way it fires or swings to how it reloads or connects with its target, you will feel the difference through the DualSense controller. When a low-tier weapon is stuck, your trigger button will be blocked halfway, even before the animation informs you. It's a transitory setback that seems to force you to retreat for a beat while you settle it. Then, as you're watching your character on screen punch the gun to induce it in working order, you'll feel a relating strike in your controller, actuating the mechanic to unjam it, as well as adding to the immersive feel when it comes to weaponry and combat. Each development will also make a different sensation using the controller's haptic input capabilities, from running, sneaking, teleporting, and everything in between. You will even notice the difference between surfaces around Black Reef, which is made up of different situations. You will even see the stark contrast of different types of surfaces as you battle through various environments. You'll feel as you're sliding down a rough rooftop to the muted thumping input as you land in the snow. Arkane Studios is a master at immersive sims, making the Dishonored series and creating the Prey reboot to much acclaim from fans and press. It contains a new IP in the works that immersive sims fans should keep an eye on. Deathloop is one of their best upcoming series. So guys, we are at the end of today's topic. Are you guys excited to play Deathloop? Let us know in the comments below. Before wrapping up, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the League of Gamers for watching more entertaining content in the future. Play your favorite game and have fun!